What happens when two burglars target the wrong house? This is the story of Nicholas Martinez, a retired Marine Corps veteran, and his two fearless German shepherds, Zeus and Apollo. These loyal dogs are more than just pets. They are protectors, trained in tactical obedience and ready to defend their home at a moment's notice. On a quiet evening in Maple Grove, Nicholas was enjoying a peaceful night when his past military instincts were put to the test. What followed was a gripping tale of bravery, justice, and the unbreakable bond between a man and his dogs. If you love thrilling stories like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell so you never miss another incredible story. Nicholas Martinez, a retired Marine Corps veteran, had been a respected resident of the Maple Grove neighborhood for over 30 years. Known for his calm demeanor and disciplined nature, Nicholas had earned the admiration of his neighbors, though age had taken its toll on him. Once a strong and formidable soldier, he now moved with a noticeable limp, but his sharp mind and unwavering resolve remained unchanged. His two German shepherds, Zeus and Apollo, were his constant companions. These were no ordinary pets. They were highly trained tactical dogs, capable of responding to commands with military precision. For nearly a decade, they had been by Nicholas's side, guarding his home and providing him with a sense of security. That evening, Nicholas was enjoying a rare moment of peace. Seated in his cozy living room, a warm fire crackling in the hearth, he sipped tea while flipping through an old photo album filled with memories of his military days. The room was quiet, save for the occasional pop of the firewood, and Zeus and Apollo rested in their kennel outside, ever alert even in their relaxation. As Nicholas smiled at the photographs of younger, stronger days, he had no idea that his quiet evening was about to be interrupted, and that his unshakable bond with Zeus and Apollo would soon be tested in ways he couldn't have imagined. Meanwhile, just a few blocks away, two men sat in an old battered car, eyeing Nicholas's house. Todd and Billy, a pair of small-time burglars, had been casing homes in the Maple Grove neighborhood for weeks, searching for easy targets. Todd, the ringleader, was confident they had found the perfect mark. "This guy's old and frail," Todd sneered, nodding toward the house. "I've seen him limp to the mailbox. We'll be in and out before he even knows what's happening." Billy, younger and more nervous, lit a cigarette, casting uneasy glances toward the quiet street. "What if he's armed?" he muttered, but Todd dismissed his concerns with a wave of his hand. "Relax, Billy. It's just some old man." The pair waited until the streetlights flickered on and the neighborhood was quiet. Then, under the cover of darkness, they crept toward Nicholas's house. Todd expertly jimmied the back door open, and they slipped inside. The house was silent, the dim light from the living room fireplace casting long shadows on the walls. Todd went straight for the kitchen, rummaging through drawers for anything valuable, while Billy wandered into the living room, stuffing small trinkets into his bag. As he eyed an antique clock on the mantel, his excitement grew, but then he froze. A faint creak echoed through the house, the unmistakable sound of floorboards shifting under weight. Nicholas, seated just a room away, had heard it too. His years of military training sharpened his senses instantly, and though his reflexes were slower than they once were, his mind remained razor-sharp. Without making a sound, he leaned forward and reached for the remote on the side table, the one that controlled the latch to the kennel in the backyard. With a calm, steady hand, he pressed the button. Billy paused, glancing nervously toward the hallway. "Did you hear that?" he whispered, his voice barely audible. Todd, still busy searching the kitchen, didn't bother to respond. But then the creak was followed by another sound, a low, menacing growl that sent chills down Billy's spine. Whatever confidence the two men had when they entered that house was about to shatter. With a quiet press of the remote, Nicholas unlocked the kennel in the backyard, and the two shadows sprang to life. Zeus and Apollo, Nicholas's loyal and highly trained German shepherds, were no ordinary dogs. The moment the latch released, they charged into the house with precision and purpose, their movements swift and calculated. Zeus, the larger of the two, lunged straight for Billy, knocking him to the ground with incredible force. The duffel bag of stolen goods fell from his hands as he screamed, trying to shield himself from Zeus's snapping jaws. Apollo, meanwhile, zeroed in on Todd, who had just stepped out of the kitchen, a frying pan in hand. The dog circled him like a predator, his growl deep and unrelenting, his sharp eyes locked on Todd's every move. Billy thrashed on the floor, desperate to free himself from Zeus's iron grip, but the dog's weight and strength were overwhelming. "Get him off me!" Billy cried, his voice cracking with panic. Todd swung the frying pan wildly at Apollo, but the dog effortlessly dodged every strike, his movements a blur of speed and precision. Realizing he was outmatched, Todd made a frantic dash toward the back door, but Apollo was faster. With a powerful leap, the dog clamped onto Todd's hoodie sleeve, yanking him backward and sending him crashing to the ground. "Call them off!" Todd yelled, his voice trembling with fear. But Nicholas stood firm in the doorway, his silhouette calm and commanding against the glow of the firelight. "You broke into the wrong house," he said evenly. Zeus tightened his grip on Billy's arm, pinning him firmly to the floor, while Apollo kept Todd cornered, his sharp teeth mere inches from Todd's throat. The burglars, who had thought they were dealing with a defenseless old man, were now completely at the mercy of Nicholas and his fearless protectors. Every attempt to escape was met with swift and calculated action from the dogs, their training evident in their flawless execution. As Todd and Billy struggled beneath the unyielding force of Zeus and Apollo, Nicholas calmly stepped into the room. His commanding presence seemed to freeze the chaos in its tracks. He stood tall, his expression cold and resolute, the demeanor of a soldier who had seen far worse than this. Todd, pinned against the floor by Apollo's sharp teeth hovering near his throat, raised his trembling hands in surrender. "Please," he stammered, his voice desperate. "We didn't mean any harm." Nicholas stared at him, unmoved. "Save it for the cops," he said sharply, pulling out his phone and dialing 911 without breaking eye contact. Zeus growled low and steady, his powerful jaws still gripping Billy's arm, making it clear there was no escape. The burglars squirmed and pleaded, but Nicholas refused to show mercy. "You thought you could take advantage of me because I'm old," he said evenly, his voice carrying the authority of a man who had once commanded troops. "You picked the wrong house." As Nicholas spoke with the dispatcher, Zeus and Apollo maintained their positions, their eyes fixed on the intruders, their bodies tense and ready to strike if either man dared to move. Despite their fearsome appearance, the dogs showed remarkable restraint, acting with the discipline instilled in them through years of training. Nicholas didn't need to raise his voice or issue any commands. The dogs knew their roles and performed them flawlessly. Within minutes, flashing lights illuminated the quiet street, and the sound of approaching sirens broke the tense silence. As the police arrived, Zeus released Billy, who clutched his injured arm and staggered to his feet, only to freeze under the watchful gaze of the dog. Apollo stepped back slightly, but remained close enough to ensure Todd didn't try anything foolish. Nicholas gestured toward the officers, his voice calm and steady. "They're all yours," he said, as the burglars were handcuffed and led away. Zeus and Apollo stood proudly by his side, their mission complete. As the police secured Todd and Billy in handcuffs, one of the officers approached Nicholas with a look of admiration. "You've done more than just stop a break-in tonight," the officer said. "These two have been hitting homes all across the county. Thanks to you and your dogs, we've finally got them." Nicholas nodded, his gaze shifting to Zeus and Apollo, who stood tall and alert, their tails wagging slightly as if they understood the praise being directed their way. In the weeks that followed, The full extent of Todd and Billy's crime spree was uncovered. Their cooperation led to the recovery of stolen property and the arrest of several associates. Both men were sentenced to several years in prison, ensuring they wouldn't trouble Maple Grove, or anyone else, for a long time. Word of Nicholas's bravery and the incredible actions of Zeus and Apollo quickly spread throughout the neighborhood. The dogs became local heroes, earning admiration from everyone who heard their story. For Nicholas, life returned to its peaceful rhythm, but the bond between him and his loyal companions grew even stronger. With Zeus and Apollo standing guard, the Martinez household remained a place of safety and strength, a home no one would dare to challenge again. And so, thanks to the unbreakable bond between Nicholas and his loyal dogs, Zeus and Apollo, justice was served, and the community of Maple Grove was made safer. This story is a powerful reminder of the resilience and loyalty that can arise from a deep connection, as well as the importance of being prepared for the unexpected. What did you think of this incredible tale? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more inspiring and thrilling content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned, because we have more thrilling and inspiring stories coming your way. See you in the next video.